Philly fan. Philly fan. Alright, man, we here with Caliba, man.
There you go.
Yeah, introduce yourself for the people, I mean, that's tuned in and ain't really familiar with you. Just tell me a little bit about who you are, what it is that you do.
I go by the name of Caliba from Blumberg Projects, no Philly. One of the hottest niggas in the game, F.A.M.E. I'm the realest in the game. It's a guaranteed fact, you feel me? You know, same shit, different day, man. We working on it, man. I just dropped the anchor. Our copies got the fuck up, shit bangers on here. A couple features on here, people in the city that's doing alright, like Lights, Cameras, Drama, Mama Cinco. Everybody that's working, I got people that's working that's gonna keep going hard, you feel me?
Alright, you said you from Blumberg, Blumberg Projects and all that. Well, Blumberg ain't there no more, but speak on like what it was like growing up there and stuff like that.
We came up different, you feel me? Like it was Blum or nothing. Like it's either you gang or you out, like, and that's how it is. Like for us coming up, like I came on the step, I was 10 years old, 11 years old when I started trying to really do shit. And like how I felt was either y'all against us or y'all with us. So we was always so much of Blum, like people always think like we just was rowdy niggas. No, like we was good dudes. It's just that we don't like no outsiders, cause every time an outsider come in, there's always some foul shit go on. We keep the outsiders outside. Mainly it was just like a closing knit thing, you feel me? Losing a lot of my friends, so that shit was real. We was going through so much situation, fast blitz. Like it was a lot of shit going on growing up in there, man. That was like, that would be traumatizing to the regular individual, you feel me? But like for me, like, I just let this shit as everyday shit, like, you feel me? I just watched my man just got hit in his neck 2 days ago. I'm regular cause this shit everyday shit, you feel me? Like, that's just life, that's how it is coming to White Combat. That shit real, like, that shit y'all hear in my music, man, that's growing up in Blumberg. That's coming from a nigga, coming from the heart of a nigga that really grew up in them projects, that really had to find his next meal and make sure he wouldn't be a victim out here. Like, that's real fat shit coming from a real nigga that really was out here. Like, that shit, it ain't no movies, it ain't no Grand Theft Auto type shit going on. No, this shit was real life, you feel me? Like, that shit that y'all be seeing on TV and shit, no, that shit was real. Like, I can't make this shit up, you feel me?
Vito, he's from Blumberg, he used to, rep Blumberg real heavy, and I see you be shouting up Vito and all that, so explain that relationship growing up, watching him do his thing to where he at now and all that.
V was one of them guys where it was like, when as far as the rap shit go, he pushed me, man. Like, that boy was always, before all this shit of me knowing what was going on with V or whatever, V always was a 100 person, you feel me? Like, that was my brother close, one of my brother closest friends, so he always looked at me like a little brother. And like as far as rap shit go, he used to give me little pointers and shit when I was a young boy. This before anybody even knew I rap, you feel me? Telling me like, no, like you do this way and do that way, and sometimes slow your flow down. Like he was schooling me to this shit, man. And it was like when I heard he got booked, it was back in 2008 and shit. I was in middle school, I'm on my way to school when I got word that he got booked and shit. And that shit, like, it fucked me up, cause it was like, damn, this a nigga that's doing what I want to do and showing me the route with this shit as far as the music shit go. You feel me? As far as the street shit go, Vito is Vito, what's understood ain't gotta be explained, but that boy a good boy, man, like, free the real, you hear me?
Alright, now, get into the music a little bit. Like, I see you, for a couple years, running around doing your thing, doing stuff here and there,
Yeah.
Like you came to one of our ciphers before a couple years ago, you came to the joint recently too.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing you running around, see you get a lot of love, a lot of feedback and stuff, so like, explain like, from my perspective, like your work ethic, cause it seems like you do stuff here and there and then you kind of fall back, so explain that a little bit.
First, what a lot of people don't understand is like, I'm really like full flesh in the streets, like, and that shit ain't like, I just was telling my managers, like, we've been having meetings about this for 3 years straight, telling me like, yo, you gotta be a rapper. Like, that shit ain't easy. To just turn my life over and be a rapper when I've been out here 24/7, 365 for the last 22 years, besides going to jail, you feel me? And when it came with the rap shit, when I first started, I said, you know what, if I'm gonna do this shit, I'm gonna do this shit. And I really was pushing the rap, but if I ain't rapping, I'm in the field, you feel me? If I ain't in the studio, I'm plotting on somebody, some shit. That's the shit that was going on. And then I ended up falling. I had got my name popping and shit. I remember when I first, that's Vito calling right now too, by the way. I remember when I first, got a little buzz, whatever, got a little name and shit. And cause when I first dropped my first track, I ain't gonna lie, shit was out for 6 months and it had 100 views on SoundCloud. I felt like, damn, like maybe I gotta go back and keep working and keep You know what I mean? Then I wasn't even gonna rap. I'm like, man, the fucking strip doing $1 a day. What the fuck do I need to rap for? You feel me? So that's how my mind was. And then I started pushing that rap shit. I dropped my first tape and I seen the response I got. I said, you know what? I'm really gonna rap. And I was going for a throttle with this shit. And I was working on right after I dropped my next tape. I mean, I had some street shit going on. I had a little situation and I had to take a sit down. You feel me? I was just fighting 20 years for all they don't know. You know what I mean? I was just fighting 20 years through some street shit. And that's what kind of like set me back. Because before I fell, like, I had somebody tell me, Jimmy the Saint told me, he said, man, before you fell, man, you had one of the biggest names in the city. I said, yeah, that's true. I'm still hot. I still could do this shit. I still got the biggest name in the city, but the thing is, bro, a nigga like me, man, you want to have the biggest name in the city or you want to be the realest nigga in the world. So I stick to trying to be the realest nigga in the world. That's how I move.
Alright, so you was talking about your latest project that you just dropped, this Acre 3 jaw.
No, it's the first Anchor. This is my third project though. We might not do a compilation. I've been thinking about it, but we might move right on to Last of My Kind. But this right here, this was out right now on the Anchor. Tune in, man. This shit fire. 20 tracks and they're all blazes, man. And I'm definitely holding this shit down. That's why I'm an Anchor, man. I got the whole fucking gang on there, man. Waterworld Records. You feel me? Got the whole fucking gang on there.
So for somebody that's tuning into this that's not really familiar with you, that never heard of you, they ain't never really heard none of your music, explain to them like why they should tune into this genre. Why should they listen to you? Why should they pay attention to Caliba? I mean,
cause it's an authentic story. Like this is like, you know how people write books and they be like fiction, non-fiction, novel, shit like that. This is like a real live autobiography through lyrics. Like this shit is really me. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, I paint certain pictures in your mind, man. I can help a lot. I give game in my music. If you listen, man, for all y'all little youngins that want to be in the streets and all y'all niggas that be trying to keep the young niggas out of the streets, I give game, man. I show you pointers. I break this shit down to you. I show you how to survive out here. Because a lot of motherfuckers ain't never going to show you that because they'd rather see you dead or in jail. I show you how to survive out here, man. You listen to my music, you can tell, man. I tell you to stay away from the snakes and the fleas. I tell you who won't cross you. You just got to watch and observe, man. I break that shit down, man. That's why you should listen. You feel me?
Alright, man, plug your contact info, how they can follow you, how they can find you, how they can get at with you so they can get your project, because you said it's only hard copies right now.
Hard copies, man.
So yeah, plug your info so they can get them and all that.
Follow me, WB_Caliba, Instagram, Twitter, WB_CALIBA, Instagram, Twitter, Caliba Blumberg on Facebook. Get at me, man. Holla at me, man. The Anchor out. We done damn near sold out twice in 2 days, man. Y'all know how we coming, man. The streets love me. I ain't no Instagram rap, but I do it for the streets, strictly for the streets. Shout out to Philly Flame TV, man. Y'all know how we fucking coming, man. Pro to pro till I die. Yeah, though.
Alright, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It's Vito Corleone, man. You know, right now, I'm up top, man. I'm coming right from shit wrong. I'm on blackout right now, man. I'm in the belly of the beast, man. But you know, I had to come through for my young nigga Caliba, man. Shout out to Caliba. He official, man. He a real dude, man, and I'm backing him, man. So you know what it is. We ain't stopping. You know what I mean? He got the Anchor. He gonna hold it down, and that's just what it is. And then don't nobody like it, man. Then you know I'll make the call, man. I'll George Bush the situation, and we ain't get it handled. The game don't stop. It's not gonna stop. He the next one. He the future. He next up. I'm backing him, and that's just what it is. Stop hating on my youngin. I mean, y'all got to give it to him. He been there. He been around us. He was there. I'm talking about he was young boy. He was the one out there, and we gave him the game. And you know we're official, and he come from that line of tree, man, so respect the work, man. Like, real talk. Y'all ain't gonna get it from nowhere else. Y'all ain't gonna get that shit from CNN. Y'all ain't gonna get that shit from Dayline. Y'all ain't gonna get that shit from Nightline. Y'all ain't gonna get that shit from ABC. Y'all gonna get it from the streets. Y'all gonna get it from Caliba, man. Y'all gonna get it from me, man. I know what it is, man. We ain't stopping. Shout out to the water. Shout out to all my niggas that hold it down, man. But for the jails, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to EL. Shout out to Hall. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to Fred. You know what I mean? And shout out to TT too. You know what I mean? Shout out to her. Shout out to everybody that be holding it down, man. For everybody that's up top, man. You know we still here. We ain't stopping. And that's just what it is, man. Vito Corleone, man. Caliba. The Anchor.
Gangs.
Early. Alright, man. We sign out till next time, man. When you ready to put that work in, man, let me know you already.
Alright, say no more, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all be cool, man.
Like you said,
Like,
gang, already.
Alright.